Ayan, nos 10 minutos faltando para nos llegar 9:30. Aquí na 88 ra persona. Mira que taba na persona me di. No, lagami tu contacto. Uy. Lami tu contacto mes ora. Kune pa nos por hay un chance nos por conversar. Naima, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm doing good.
Yes.
How are you?
Great. I'm doing great. Welcome. Bumbini na Studio 88 Rakarso.
Thank you. Happy
It's your
to be
first
here.
time, right?
Here,
See,
yes.
see, no?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank
Mickey Man, why wouldn't we? So, nos mirabo all over Instagram. Anto, bromando ko bo pluma nang como ambassador di Fenty.
Yes. Fenty
What? Girl, kong, like, what?
It's been a long time in the making, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't an overnight thing. No. I mean, so I moved to Holland at 17 from Curacao. And I've just been working, studying, working. It took a long time. Like, I'm 32 right now, so I've been, like, hustling for 12 years straight, at least, in terms of makeup.
Okay.
So the Fenty thing took me, I think, like a solid 4 years to get that Fenty ambassadorship. It was a whole process. Do we have time to explain
Yes,
it?
we do.
How do you even initiate such a process?
Okay, so first of all, you obviously need to just have something that you can show to companies, right? So like from the age of 20, I started taking makeup seriously because I went to study. I thought I wanted to become a doctor.
Oh, really?
And then I did business administration and I hated it all. And I always used to do makeup. Even when I lived here at like 14 years old, I was like doing like makeup for like people that go to parties and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but I thought it was a hobby because like it doesn't exist here, right? In that way.
In that
No,
way.
it doesn't.
No,
You're
like
right on
if
that.
you tell your parents here want to become a makeup artist, they're
No.
like,
hell no.
no.
Go to school, little
Go
girl.
get a real job.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, maybe like Carnival would be like your busiest period, and
Yeah.
then you would have to keep
yeah,
grinding
that's
it
like
out.
one
you know?
month out of the year, right? So
correct.
yeah, it's different here. So I never knew that I could become a makeup artist, but I was always doing it because I just loved it so much. And then when I was 20, I was like, wait, people over here like actually do makeup for a living? Like, I'm just gonna stop this whole studying thing. My parents freaked out.
I bet
As they
did.
should.
Yeah. They don't understand.
My friends from Curacao freaked out. Everyone freaked out. Okay, so I've just literally been building my portfolio. I started working basically for free at the beginning and just building my clientele. It's the same like any business. You gotta like build a network and just start from zero, right? So that's what I've been doing for the past, I think, at least like 10 years. And then after that, at a certain point, I was like, okay, so I'm just doing things now that are just in my pathway, but I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do different things. So I wanted to get out of Holland. So I started focusing on Paris. And then at a certain point, through connections and just working for a long time, I got to do you know the brand Casablanca?
Casablanca.
So I started working with them, doing campaigns, and I was able to do their fashion show. And for those who do not know, fashion has no budget. Unless it's like Chanel, Louis Vuitton that you're working with, like no one has budget for anything. So I needed a sponsor. So that's when I hopped on LinkedIn and I literally just messaged every single brand that I could think of. And at a certain point, I got a hold of someone working in the Paris office of Fenty Beauty, and he loved Casablanca. He was also from Casablanca. So he was like excited to do this.
got a match.
Yeah, but the US did not have a program to like sponsor Fashion Week or anything. So he said I would love to like support in products and what we can't like support in,
And money wise.
Yes. So I was like, okay, in my mind, I was like, either I can say no or I can just like build this relationship. So that's what I did. And I did that for like 4 years and built a relationship with
4 years?
them. Yeah.
Babosa.
Yeah, it takes
like-
some time. You got to show what you can do. Like, I'm this little girl from the Caribbean. No one knows me. Like, I have to prove myself and what I can do. So that's what I did. And I, like, did multiple things with them. I did some shows with them. using the Fenty Beauty brand, like sponsored by Fenty Beauty, and you know, just keeping faith that one day it will pay off. And you know, if you would have asked me what is my dream, it was always to work with Rihanna. I haven't done her makeup yet.
But I mean,
she knows who I am,
Yeah.
so I feel like
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, she knows you. You got a hug. You were
I got a
sitting with her.
kiss.
Like,
I know, yeah. So that's kind of how it happened. So fast forward those 4 years, I met the VP of marketing, so the guy from Fenty Beauty. We got along really well, and he said, I want to introduce you to the VP of marketing from Kendo Brands. Kendo Brands is like a company above Fenty Beauty. And I was like, okay, yes, I would love to. And I hit it off with her immediately. So like, it's good to network with people, you know what I mean? People have to want to give you things as well. Like, you can work hard, but if you're like not a nice person or an awful person, people are not gonna like give you certain opportunities, you know what I mean? So I've just always tried to remain myself, and I got along with her amazingly. But she left the brand last year. And so she called me. She was like, hey, can you come to Paris? So I like woke up at 4 a.m. Like, I'm not joking. I woke up at 4 a.m., got in a train to Paris. And then I met the person who is like taking her job. So, and she told me, what can I do before I leave for you? And I was like, you know, I want to work as a as a makeup artist for Fenty Beauty.
Correct.
Because they only have one makeup artist, which is Priscilla Ono. She's amazing. She always does Rihanna's makeup and stuff, but they didn't have anyone else. And I was like, I want to be that other person.
Like, of course.
exactly.
We'll get it.
Yeah,
What can you do for me? That.
Yes, and they weren't looking for that position, but I had already told her this, like, you know, during those 4 years, I was
You know,
like,
what the goal is.
Beauty. Like,
you know?
yeah, you know, I really want to work with Fenty Beauty. So,
That was your moment to go get it.
Yeah.
To really get it.
Yes, and this time she really asked me, what do you want?
What do you want?
She already knew what I wanted, because I already told her. But
That's
so
dope.
then, sorry, what do you want to say?
Oh, that's dope. Like,
Thanks.
You know, wow.
So then fast forward half a year later again, I got like a email, and they were like, can we fly you into LA next week? And I was like, okay. I canceled everything that I had planned work-wise and went to LA.
Let's go to LA.
And that I think it was my audition. You can still find it on YouTube, where it's like a tutorial where I'm doing a model. And I think it was my audition. And afterwards, when I got the contract, I asked that, was that my audition? Because like, it was weird, because like they flew me in, and then the next day I had to like, I came in the studio, and it was like, okay, this is your model, and you're gonna make content. And I was like, oh,
Okay.
I was like, I'm not getting like a briefing or like
none of that. Just
You know what
throwing
I
you
mean?
out there.
Yes, they just threw me in the water. So did the tutorial. I was so, if you watch it back, I was so uncomfortable. Like, I was so nervous, because the studio was like, everyone was just looking at me, and it was just like silent. I was just like, okay.
Oh, so it just wasn't just you by yourself. Nothing. It was a bunch of people in the background.
Yeah, of course. Like, a little people like from Fenty Beauty there. You know,
Look at
there's
how
the
you
whole
apply
team. It was like a
everything.
whole set. You know, it was like a whole video set. So yeah, but then I think a couple of months after that, they called me and they were like, hey, we really want you to be Fenty Beauty artistry ambassador. So because they picked 2 people, so it's me, and then they only have Polly Blanche, and Polly Blanche lives in LA.
Nice.
So yeah, it's now the 2 of us as the artistry ambassador.
Oh my God. But what does that mean?
Did you have to move?
No, I don't have to move. I do want to move to New York. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna do that next year, the coming year. I'm gonna work on that. But no, I don't have to move. So what it means is I am like a makeup artist for the company. So I just have a contract. I have to like put in my best effort to you know, like promote Fenty Beauty and like tag it. I don't have like a schedule, as in like you have to do this or you have to do that. And I have working days in there. So like, if you know, for anything, they can
Like,
just, like
when they have like
It can be
fashion
anything.
shows.
The Valentine's Day collection coming out.
yeah, they can ask me for a campaign or a masterclass or just anything that they need a makeup artist for. They can basically book me. But I have like some work days in there. You know what I mean? So it's nice because like as a makeup artist, you work for yourself, so you're freelance, so you're always hustling, and so you're always like stressing out and making sure that you have your money set.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And this is, in a way, it's like I have a regular job, but
that pays you monthly. Let's say
that pays you monthly, but I don't have to be at work every day, so that's nice too. So it's like an ambassador, face of the brand type of.
But
situation.
that's a good thing, girl.
This is a big brand.
It's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
It's a blessing, yes.
So, okay, paisnan ko nosa, pasombra mi amira, takika tabata ko rihanna tabata sinta kubo ribong sofa. Was it like an interview or something like that?
No, it was an event. So
it was an event, right?
Yeah, so Fenty Hair was launching in the UK. And so I had to do makeup for like some influencers that were going to that event because it was an influencer event. So I was working that day in London for them, and then afterwards was the party. And it was basically like a photo session with influencers / party / promotion thing. So I already knew I was gonna meet her before going there because they told me like, hey, we're gonna introduce you to Rihanna, and I was like, yes, of course I want that. Who doesn't want that?
Hello.
Yeah, like it's Rihanna. So it was actually a funny. Do we have time?
Yes,
have a
we
funny
do.
Story. I don't know how much time we have.
We
Go
do
ahead.
have
Okay,
time.
so it's a funny story. So I was working until 9 and the event started at 9. So I already knew I had to like rush and get ready. But it was such a hot day and I had a blowout and everything. You know, I was ready to go to the Fenty Hair event. But I was like sweating that day. And the girls know with the curls, honey. We all know if you have a blowout and you start sweating, honey, it's no, it's not going well.
It's not going well.
So after I was done working, I went straight to my hotel, which was luckily around the corner. I was like rushing, getting ready. And then I saw that Priscilla Ono, her global makeup artist and the global makeup artist of Fenty Beauty, was going live that Rihanna was at the event. So I was like stressing. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm gonna miss this. I can't miss this. So I like put on a do-rag.
Oh, that's why you had the do-rag
I had a do-rag on. I was
Uh-huh.
like, Rihanna's gonna get it. You know, she's that girl. She's cool like that. She's gonna get it anyways. So I can show you the video later. But luckily I was not late because there was a press thing. So by the time that she came upstairs was like 2 hours later. So I was rushing for nothing. Anyways, fast forward to them introducing me to her. The first thing she said was, girl, you what did she say? You have balls coming to a Fenty Hair event with a do-rag on.
And one thing that Rihanna said in a recent interview is that she's ghetto as hell. So she was totally.
You know what I love about her? Like even in that short time that I met her, you know, I do know the people that she works with. So I had worked with her stylist before on a campaign, and so her makeup artist, we knew each other through, you know, DM and stuff like that. So, but you can always see if you look at the people around someone like famous, you can see what type of person they are.
Yeah.
Because they always have to be nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can see it with the people that surrounds them. Like everyone that surrounds her is they're just themselves. They're just cool, nice.
Genuine
you know,
people.
it's just like this. You know what I mean? It's just cool. So, yeah.
So
That was really nice.
Okay, she said to you,
You have some balls.
had balls.
Yeah,
for
I got
coming
some
with
balls.
the do-rag.
And then she turned.
And what did you say?
I started laughing. I was like, I didn't have time to do my hair. That was my response. I didn't have time to do my hair, I thought. And then she turned to her business partner. She said, she got some cojones. And then what did she say? I still have the video. I need to look at it again. And then we just took pictures because it was like an event. She had like photo sessions with everyone. So we took pictures. But it's funny because like when I show you the video, you're going to see. I thought it's just going to be like, okay, you sit and then click, and then you got to move because there's a whole line, right? But she like sat on top, like put her hand on top of me, kissed me. And I was just like, only thing I could do was like laugh. Because I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I was like, and I thought you guys knew each other before all of this.
No, she did ask me, so so what was your name again? She said, and I was like, Naima. She said, oh, so it's you. And I said, yes.
It's me.
And
Right?
yeah.
Sure.
I was like, yes.
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, please,
Please
do your
let me.
makeup. No, I didn't say that.
There was no time.
No, I mean, you know, there's a place and time for everything.
For everything, right? Yeah.
So I just have to, you know, believe that it's gonna happen, and everyone knows that I want to do it. You know what I mean? Like Priscilla Odom can't do everything 365 days out of the year.
No. So there will be a time and place.
I mean,
But
I
you're
hope
there.
so.
You're hanging around already. So.
I hope so. I'm manifesting it. Right?
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
As you should. But I saw your Instagram. Beautiful work.
Thank
Who
you.
does everything for you? The pictures and everything. Like, it's so professional.
No, I do that myself. I mean, obviously, there's some professional work on there. I try to keep my Instagram very like work related.
It's really work related.
Yeah, I don't really post like my personal life. I don't like people all up in my business.
And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
But
And-
working with Fenty, what sets Fenty apart from all the other brands? Makeup
Well,
brands out
first
there?
of all, I think that's also how I feel like what made me like obsess over Fenty. Oh, by the way, when Fenty launched, I bought like the whole collection. Like I spent like 3,000 euros.
Really?
Whole collection. I was like so obsessed. Yeah. So I think what was amazing about them is back like now everyone is promoting diversity, but like in that time when they launched, it was 2017, I believe. There were some brands that had like all the skin colors, you know what I mean? But Fenty really like put like all their marketing efforts on that, you know what I mean? So they were really, to me, the first ones to really like push everyone to become really diverse. Because I remember growing up here, like you have to know, like it was just like MAC and Bobbi
Black
Brown and Black
Opal.
Opal, and that's about it. You know what I mean? So there were so many brands that we as Black women could not buy, which is crazy. And I remember once going into like a Douglas store like a long time ago, and I asked them like, why don't you have like darker foundation colors, even from some brands that I know that have them? And they're like, yeah, but we just look at the regional, what people buy, and then we just purchase that. And it's like, yeah, but if you don't sell Black colors, Black women are not gonna come and buy the product. Like you can't look at it that way.
You can't, no.
Yeah, so that's really what made me drawn to Fenty Beauty, and obviously Rihanna, like she is that bitch. Can I say bitch on?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
You said already.
But she
Sorry
is.
to my mom.
She is.
Right?
And
She's
it's a dream
just
come
cool.
true. Yeah.
She's just a cool woman, like a boss lady, and I look up to her. So yeah, that's what made me drawn to Fenty Beauty. And I think they just do fun things.
They do.
They play
and they're
around.
different, playful.
Yeah, it's not so boring. You know, some brands are kind of boring. Do
No,
the same
they
thing.
are not.
Yeah, I got some makeup questions for you, you know?
Okay.
And
You got makeup questions for
yeah,
me?
because I had to prepare, you know?
Okay.
And what are tips that you can give ladies out there for making Fenty makeup last all day?
Okay, so at Fenty we have the Pro Filter Foundation, which is actually the first foundation that they came out with specifically made for Caribbean women, actually. I mean, obviously it's for everyone, but I mean it was with that in mind because it's hot here, you sweat a lot, people have like dark women have a lot of oily skin. So the Pro Filter Foundation is actually made for Caribbean women. It really does last. Like you remember that Super Bowl show? I didn't do the makeup, I wish. But I do know people that were working there, and they said they put that foundation on all the dancers, and the makeup like stayed. It did not budge. Yeah.
Ooh. So
And-
that's a good one.
Yeah, and actually use moisture and hydrate your skin. You gotta hydrate your skin. If you,
Hydrate
a lot of oily people, like oily skin people, think that they have to dry out their skin, but that makes your skin produce more oil because you're drying it out. So you gotta hydrate.
And
And
how
then-
can we do that?
You know, use it like a lightweight moisturizer, or serums are my favorite. You know, serums with good ingredients, vitamin C, E, and all of that. Okay, some things, vitamin E, I see you.
They're right there. I use them sometimes.
Men gotta get into skincare too.
Hey, we do.
Yeah.
Especially being in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
with the sun.
With the sun.
I thought I had freckles, but it turned out to be.
Oh yeah, they're sunspots. Yeah.
Sunspots, exactly. So, I started getting into more skincare and stuff like that. And then my last question is, which Fenty product do you think is a game changer in the beauty industry?
Ooh, a game changer in the beauty industry. That's a hard question. You should have sent me this before.
The questions are good.
They are good questions.
You should have given me like last night to think about this one.
But what are like common mistakes that people make? Let's say, and
I think choosing the right foundation color. I think just their foundation was just groundbreaking. The colors that they brought out, the amount of shades that they brought out, and they also were really game changing in lighter skin tones. So I think a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of foundations used to start too dark as well. So the range was kind of like in the beige area, and there was nothing after and nothing before, and they expanded that. So I think it's not necessarily the product that was game changing, but it was just like the message and the fact that they were able to give everyone what was missing in the industry. Yeah, I think that was just game changing.
Oh, that's good. Good.
Yeah.
You were prepared, girl. You were prepared for the questions. You were prepared.
I wasn't.
And Naima, right now, if you can give a advice to Naima when she was 20 years old, what would it be?
Oh my God. Okay. I always feel like it's hard to give advice because I feel like I'm not there where I want to be yet, but I'm on the way. What would I say? I would tell myself to stop stressing out a little bit more because, like, I went through so much stress in the last at least 12 years. I lost my dad here. I went through so many things. So I would say just, like, stress less and, like, just follow your heart and don't listen to anyone else but yourself, and stay prayed up and just keep going. I would
keep going.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Yeah, one of the things I like that you said was how you cultivated your relationships throughout the years.
Yeah, that's so important.
I think people underestimate that.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And it does take time.
It takes time, and I know some people, and I've noticed some people also treat me differently ever since I announced this, and some people want things from me, and I'm like, how hard I work for this? Like, it doesn't, like, you can't just come and ask me, like, can you do this and this? And I'm like, I know. Like, I've invested time. I've invested money. People forget that part, too. You got to invest your money because, like, so I was in Holland, but in Holland, there's only so far you can go. So I felt like, I felt like I was just not going anywhere at a certain point, and you got to invest money. So I've invested money to go to New York, to Milan, to London, to Paris. You got to pay flight, hotel, food, taxi, everything. Like, it's cost so much money. You know how many times I've been, like, crying in my hotel room because, like, a job gets canceled last minute? Like, that's all the BS that we go through, you know what I mean?
And people don't see that. And people don't see that.
Like, I go to Cannes Film Festival, that takes like 2 weeks, I was literally this week talking to my friend about the hotel and the ridiculous price that you have to pay to be there.
Oh, Cannes, no, yeah.
In Cannes Film Festival, yeah. Yeah, they
highest prices ever.
It's like they charge so much money for literally like it's not even a bedroom apart. It's a studio with like a sleeping couch in the kitchen. Old. They charge like $2,500.
Like what? Crazy.
For nothing.
Crazy. But those are the prices that you pay, the investment that you made to reach your goals.
Yeah.
So for people to ask you for handouts,
I have a little hard time with that. But I get it because I've never documented my struggle or everything I've been through in the last year. So people now notice like, Fenty Beauty, oh my God, you're Fenty Beauty, oh cool. But like, you don't know all the things that I had to do to get there. It was a lot.
So what's in it for the future?
In the future, there's so much I want to do. Obviously, I want to do Rihanna's makeup. I want to do Beyonce's makeup so bad.
Oh, girl.
We'll get there. You work hard. You grinding. You grinding.
I know.
I've
And
watched
keep grinding it out.
the Beyonce Bowl for like 15 times
I
now.
know, right?
20.
Like they can make us
Like,
backup
come
dancers. We can do the
on.
whole dance.
I can do the metallic bull,
Right?
something, girl. It's crazy.
I know. I
It's
know.
crazy.
She's amazing. You know, what made me fall in love with makeup is the artistry part of it. Not necessarily, I want to work with famous people, but literally the makeup part. And I feel like Beyonce is the same. Like for her, it's like she stays true to the art form.
To the art.
She's so amazing. She's
So that's for the future. Rihanna, Beyonce. That's
And my
where
own
we're
makeup
heading.
line.
And your own makeup line.
Makeup line. There we
Yeah.
go.
Girl, go get it. Naima, Mashadanki, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for opening up and sharing with us today. Thank you so much, girl. And from 88 Rockers, we wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, nothing but the
And
best.
keep the success
Thank you.
coming. And we'll be looking for the pictures and the videos because I know they're coming. Thank you so much. Masha Mashadanki,
Reposting,
miss.
tagging. You know.
And all of that good stuff. 13 minutos sa
Good stuff.
19, aquí en 88 Rockers Album. Minsan, the morning jam, babo.